You know, if it's not about sports, I find it very hard to concentrate.
What's up, guys? It's Braden here from Dragon King Sports, and today we are talking about the longest college football game ever, a 2021 contest between Penn State and Illinois that went 9 overtimes. The game took place during Week 8 of the 2021 college football season on October 21st, 2021 at Beaver Stadium, home of the Penn State Nittany Lions. The visiting team, the Illinois Fighting Illini, came into the game with a terrible record of 2-5, while Penn State was 5-1 and ranked number 7 in the nation. Penn State was favored by 24 points, and many expected this game to be a blowout. Illinois was led by first-year head coach Bret Bielema, who had previously been head coach at Arkansas and Wisconsin. Illinois had opened the 2021 season with a victory over Nebraska, but had struggled since. Meanwhile, Penn State was having a fantastic season so far. They had started 5-0, and 2 of those victories came against ranked teams, defeating number 12 Wisconsin and number 22 Auburn. Their lone loss up to that point was in Week 6 against number 3 Iowa. They were fully rested coming into this game against Illinois, having had a bye in Week 7. Illinois threw an interception on the third play of the game, with Penn State's Curtis Jacobs getting the pick. The first points for either team came with 9 seconds left to play in the first quarter, with Penn State quarterback Sean Clifford finding his receiver Keandre Lambert-Smith to give Penn State a 7-0 lead. Illinois fumbled on their next drive, and Penn State recovered on the Illinois 40-yard line. Penn State would march down the field and kick a 35-yard field goal to go up 10-0. Illinois responded with a touchdown on their next drive and ate up a lot of clock in doing so, in a drive that lasted over 8 minutes. The drive was capped off by a 1-yard rush by running back Chase Brown. The teams went into the locker room at halftime with Penn State leading Illinois 10-7. The second half started with both defenses playing well. Illinois forced a punt on Penn State's opening drive of the second half, which gave them the ball on their own 12-yard line. Penn State's defense forced a fumble on the 5th play of Illinois' next drive, which set up the Nittany Lions with fantastic field position at the Illinois 22-yard line. Penn State would squander the field position, however, missing a 40-yard field goal, and the score remained at 10-7. The score would remain at 10-7 heading into the fourth quarter, as neither offense could produce much, if any, results. Illinois would score on the opening drive of the fourth quarter, tying the game at 10-10 via a 37-yard field goal. Both offenses struggled for the rest of regulation, and when time expired in the fourth quarter, the game was headed to overtime. The score remained 10-10. No one knew it then, but this game would require 9 of those overtimes to decide a winner, partially due to the new overtime rules implemented that season. In the second overtime, teams would be required to attempt a 2-point conversion following a touchdown, and starting with the third overtime, teams would begin alternating 2-point conversion attempts and nothing else until a winner was decided. Illinois won the coin toss and elected to play defense first. The defense continued to play well, holding Penn State to a field goal, which gave the Nittany Lions a 13-10 lead. The Illini would then tie the game at 13-13, which sent the game to double overtime. Each overtime, the team that had played defense first in the previous overtime would play offense first in the current overtime, which meant that Illinois had the ball once again. Illinois got down to the 4-yard line, but was forced to settle for another field goal, which made the score 16-13 in favor of Illinois. Penn State's offense continued to struggle, only gaining 3 yards before settling for a field goal that tied the game at 16-16 and sent the game into triple overtime. Penn State was the first to try the 2-point conversion, failing to do so when the Philly special trick play failed. Illinois' attempt would also fail, and both teams would fail to make a 2-point conversion in the next 4 overtimes. Illinois' starting quarterback Arthur Sitowski was injured in the 4th overtime too, and backup Brandon Peters would play from that point forward. In the 8th overtime, Isaiah Williams of Illinois would take a handoff from Peters and scamper into the end zone for the game's first successful 2-point conversion. Penn State would respond on the ensuing possession when running back Noah Cain found the end zone to tie the game at 18-18. Penn State got the ball first in overtime number 9 and failed to convert, setting this up.
The quarterback rolls out into the end zone. It is caught. Casey Washington's got it. Illinois pulled off the upset.
The game lasted 4 hours and 11 minutes total. It was the first overtime game to go past 7 overtimes, as 6 previous games had done so, but all had ended in the 7th overtime. Most recently, it had occurred in a 2018 contest between LSU and Texas A&M, a game that ended with an incredible score of 74-72 in favor of A&M. It was also the lowest scoring of any game to reach at least 7 overtimes. This caused criticism from media outlets, most notably Saturday Down South, who called for the NCAA to revert back to previous overtime rules. To me, I don't get why they were complaining. We were blessed with one of the all-time classic games. Penn State would drop from number 7 to number 20 following the loss and would finish the regular season with an unremarkable record of 7-5. Accepting an invite to play in the 2022 Outback Bowl, a game which saw them lose 24-10 to the 22nd ranked Arkansas Razorbacks. Illinois finished 5-7 and missed the postseason. Illinois won that wild, insane game despite only having 38 yards passing. They also finished -3 in the turnover column. Their rushing attack saved them though, as the Illini had 2 running backs finish with over 100 yards, Chase Brown and Josh McCray. The Illini had 395 yards of total offense, while Penn State finished with 227 yards of offense, and Nittany Lions quarterback Sean Clifford went 19 for 34 for 165 yards, 1 touchdown, and no interceptions. This game will forever live on in college football lore, and we may never see a game like this again. It's hard to imagine that another game will even reach 9 overtimes, let alone go past that. I was watching this game live, and it's funny because I remember texting my dad and telling him that the game was going into 9 overtimes, and he texted back, "At what point do they just call it a draw?" And it made me laugh. This video was a little shorter than normal, but I thought it was a fun little topic. If you enjoyed this, leave a like. If you hated it, leave a dislike. But either way, comment for the algorithm. Peace out.